Hello everyone, welcome back to round 3 of Kharak Cup. Today it's once again going to be on the shallow, Shrike versus Claw. This will be a pretty fun matchup. Claw won, of course, the first round against Frolic, and Shrike has won 2 now, I believe, yeah? Against Mask of the Red Death, and then against... who did he play against? I think he played against Frolic on Canyon Outpost, and he got a nice win there. So both of these players kind of on the top of their game in this tournament. Probably kind of like top-tier, mid-level players, if you will. They're certainly like not on the level of Garmulator and people like that, but they're quite good. So I'm excited to see what they're going to pull out in this tournament here. Right now we have 4 Salvagers on CUs for Shrike, who is spawning in the south. And in the north, it's again going to be 4 CUs for Claw. So I don't expect to see anything crazy here. Claw probably going to plan on moving his production cruiser out. That seems to be something he likes to do. Some kind of early aggression. A man after my own heart that way. I do love early aggression as the Galzian. But then again, this map, the Shallows, is not really one that really favors early aggression particularly much, so he may choose not to do that. Shrike, meanwhile, putting his base runner right here. Almost certainly he wants to put a turret here. I'm not really sure why else you would put your base runner there, but unfortunately there is quite a cooldown for a base runner spawning out of the carrier to put down a turret. And he's gone for early LAV fabrication, has Shrike. So we might see some of those coming out. We might see an AAV rush. We'll have to see. Yeah, it's going to be 3 LAVs that he's queued up right now. Meanwhile, Claw, like I said, he's making sand skimmers out of the production cruiser. But in this kind of scenario, you know, LAVs get produced faster, right? It only takes 8 seconds to make an LAV. It takes 11 to make a sand skimmer. And so, not to mention the fact that the LAV will actually beat the sand skimmer in like a direct engagement where they're on top of each other. It has a higher DPS. And so, once again, these LAVs, they don't really seem to know how to get out of the carrier. He's trying to figure it out. We saw this last game too. But yeah, if the Coalition player is already making LAVs like this, there's no way that the Galzian player is going to be able to push in there with sand skimmers. Not to mention the fact that on this map he's got high ground as well. So it would take some incredible finagling skills for Claw to actually be able to push in here. Looks like he wants to take this artifact with his base runner, which I think is a good choice. What that does is kind of, you know, it stops your opponent from doing it. This is the closest one to him, of course, and he'd want to get that out, you know, extract it more easily. But if Claw is taking it, of course, it won't respawn for a long time. So I think that's a good move. And this one LAV, I don't know what he's doing. He's just running out here right on his own. And these 4 sand skimmers are going to jump on that, I would assume. So he's taking the artifact, and he's just going to take it right to the extraction zone. This is a 4-on-2. The sand skimmers can definitely take this. Now it's a 4-on-1. I mean, pretty soon, you know, this is just losses for no benefit right here. So Shrike just kind of feeding his units in 1-on-1. I really don't like that. But like I said, you know, the Coalition are well able to hold this off. So there's no way that this early aggression is going to end the game right here. Or at least I should have thought so if Claw would, or if Shrike would make units. Well, you know, he's pushing his carrier out. That's definitely a good move here, because he's got a support cruiser already. So he's going to be on 2 bases, I guess, is the idea. He wants more of an economic start here. I still would be a bit worried about having this many, you know, sand skimmers out there, but that does not seem to be an issue in Shrike's mind. So he's just going to kind of ignore it, you know? Why not? Meanwhile, the scoreline's going to be 3-0. What on earth is this? Claw, you madman. He's made 2 base runners. And so with these 3 base runners he's going to get 3 artifacts right off the bat. That's crazy. Okay, I thought he was taking this artifact to kind of zone his opponent off it, but no, he just wants all 3. Why get 1 when you can get 3, I guess? It's going to be AAVs for Shrike. Undoubtedly a good choice, and I noticed he's already researched railguns. The first AAVs coming on just about now, right when these sand skimmers are attacking. I feel like they had a window a little bit earlier, but they did not take that. Here comes the first AAV, and of course, any sand skimmer that he shoots at essentially is going to be killed too because of the suppression ability that slows them down so much. So that's going to make the scoreline 3-0 for Shrike, or for Claw, that is, as we move into the mid game here. It's 2 AAVs now. I'd love to see Shrike be a bit more proactive with these. You know, if you just kind of leave them here, you lose control of the field. But if you push out, I mean, your opponent doesn't have anything to fight against them. And admittedly, he can't know this, but you know, he can easily just pull back or even use the smoke to cover himself if he ever gets in danger of like railguns or whatever. But as we, the omnipotent gods of the game, know, there are no railguns on the field right now. So Here comes... Oh, he's salvaging his... He's retiring his base runner? What? Like, for what? I mean, what did he need? That's an odd move. You know, normally people retire their base runner in the early game because, like, they're not going to use it and they want to get sort of a early, like, aggression build out or whatever, but... Why did he... I don't know, that didn't really do him anything, because you can see he still hasn't... Yeah, now he's floating resources. That's an interesting move. I'm not really sure I understand it. Maybe he just wanted to free up population or something? I don't know. Well, at any rate, Claw's base runner is going to be coming back here, but he's going to find this is a pretty hot zone. As he's getting hit by railguns, AAVs, whatever the heck else. These sand skimmers are going to move in here, but I do not like this. You know, there's armored assaults on the field. They're just getting hooned on, as they would say. He is going to pick up these railguns, which have kind of overextended themselves. It'd be better if they were back here by the carrier. He's probably only going to get one of them, I would think. You know, there are actually like 2 armor upgrades on these sand skimmers, so they're taking a bit longer to kill than I would have thought. And that's good. Really, like this railgun, he can't, you know, shoot these sand skimmers. You just target down this base runner, he can kill it pretty quickly. Looks like probably what's going on here is that Shrike has kind of selected his entire army together and is moving them together like that. And he's making another support cruiser. This is going to be on 3 base economy pretty quickly. It looks about the same for Claw, although he's only got 3. He's only got 3 salvagers right there. What on earth? What's going on there? He's only got 3 salvagers on his main. And this guy's long distance. No, okay. So it looks like he just put this production cruiser here, so he probably just got refinery mode, but not sure I understand that. Well, Claw is still making sand skimmers. And for those of you new to the game, sand skimmers do not do very well against armored assaults, especially when they're in the base like this. Shrike, you know, smoking out the carriers that it can't do damage. He's going to come in here and he's out for blood. He's going to kill as many salvagers as he can with this. Honestly, he might get production cruisers here. Okay, heavy railguns are coming out. That's good. But any heavy railgun that spawns up here, you know, Shrike just runs in here with all these AAVs. That railgun's just going to die right when it pops out. So basically, he's going to have to hold this off with 1 heavy railgun production, you know, at a time. This is looking pretty troubled right now. Heavy railgun comes out, and he's going to find it's not the world he was expecting. We got salvager mines going down. That's only going to, you know, worsen the economic effects of this attack here, unfortunately. 1 heavy railgun trying to hold this off, and Shrike seems to have used all of his smoke, so he's not going to be able to stop that. But he kills a production cruiser, and that is a huge loss. And now he's coming in here for salvagers. He's gotten all 3 of the salvagers that were on this main instead of 6 for whatever reason. As well as a couple, I think, that he got down here. So this is some massive economic damage being done here by Shrike, who meanwhile is very, very comfortably on 3 bases. No problems at all. And he's got a railgun out on the field too here. That's getting a bit outclassed by, you know, Galvesian railguns on the high ground. You really just pull it back here over this hill, but it's going to be too late for that. These AAVs didn't even die. Look, they're still alive. Oh man, I hope Shrike just leaves him here, because sometimes your opponent will think that he's kind of cleared this off. He'll send more salvagers in there, and then he'll look back a couple minutes later and say, hey, why are all these salvagers dead? That's always nice. So now it's, you know, now it's 4 railguns, a couple of AAVs pushing out here on the field. This could do some serious carrier damage. And Claw is very close to winning on artifacts here, actually, but he's got no way to extract them. The field control is entirely in Shrike's hands. And until he gets quite a force up here, he can't even think about extracting these yet. And these AAVs seem pretty bent on getting this base running here. I don't think that's necessarily a very good move. You know what he could do is just put a smoke down right there. And then this railgun here wouldn't be able to shoot it all unless it got closer, which of course would be suicide. But he is going to get this railgun, I would imagine. Oh, he's going to lose one first, though. That's big. That base runner does go down. There's another base runner out, putting just a scanner down here. But, I mean, look at the army for Claw. It's like this heavy railgun and an assault railgun that just got produced. He's down on 1 production cruiser. The army is up in his face here. I mean, what's he going to do to fight back? He just really doesn't have anything left. Except for this base runner. This base runner will save the day. If only it worked that way. He should really just kill this assault railgun here. just like shoot it out for like 2 seconds. Oh, please now. Anyhow, he's focusing on the production cruiser, which I can't say is a bad move once that thing goes down, you know. No more military units for Claw. That's kind of a big deal in an RTS. These AAVs are going down left and right, though. They're really getting chewed up here. But it'll all be worth it if you can kill this production cruiser. What's he got off the back of this? Just more railguns and AAVs, so he doesn't really need anything else. So this is looking, you know, there's really just no way to recover from this kind of position. This is definitely Shrike's game now. Question is just how long will Claw survive, I suppose. This production cruiser looks like it is going to go down. I would have rather thought anyway. Yeah, there you go. And now, you know, no military units left on the field. I don't even know if... I mean, how many resources does he have left? Yeah, he doesn't have enough resources left to make a production cruiser, so... That's really the end of it. I mean, there's not really much left to do here. Unless Claw believes his carrier can kill his opponents, but other than that, you know, the options are kind of limited right now. I guess we can just watch this carrier die in style, huh? I should have turned off endlets for this too. Whoa, what? Did you see that? A railgun just shot like through this hill. Like this shot came out of there and hit the carrier. So, you know, Shrike obviously turning on his wall hacks here. That's not cool. I don't even know if we can count this as a win anymore. Wall hacker. This AAV here fervently believes he can take on this carrier. No, this is mine. I've got this, guys, he says. I do love the design on these units, though. It's so cool looking. And that is going to be a carrier kill or a GG. I can't really tell. It doesn't matter. It explodes anyway. And that is going to be one more round for Shrike. I mean, I don't know. I feel like once again, and we saw this last round that I cast as well, you know, it's just people not teching up, right? Because Shrike here, he made railguns, he made AAVs, that's good, yeah? But his opponent was just trying to fight this all off with, like, with sand skimmers, you know? And he did make heavy railguns in the end, but it's just too late. You got to make heavy railguns a lot earlier, or start researching the attack a lot earlier if you want to counter, you know, an AAV push like this. But I do like the 3 artifacts, and he got that out, like, immediately. And that's a lot of carrier power. That's very good for defending. So that was pretty cool, actually, what Claw did. But, of course, his lack of teching made it a little bit difficult for him to win this match. Let's check out the stats here real quick. Oh, yeah, look at that economic disparity there. That's crazy. Well, that's worse than downtown LA right there. Look at that economic disparity. Yeah, well, that is one good game for Shrike then. And we will move on and see both of these players in round 3.